Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass, a showcase of homegrown talent, mixing independent music with personal interviews and a behind-the-scenes look at our music community. Backstage Hall Pass is your front row center seat to some great conversation with the area's most talented artists. Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Having some blurry issues today on the old interwebs, and I'm trying to get them fixed. But, we'll make it work. Hopefully you can see us all right out there. It's blurry on my end. If it's blurry on your end, tell me. It looks that way. And let me know. But hi, Steve Downey. Thank you for dropping by today on a Monday. It is our weekend update. And hopefully we can get this to clear up a little bit. Too much Wi-Fi getting used in the old homestead here, I think, is what's happening. But we'll see what happens. Yes, the man of the half hour. Thank you, Gary. Hello, Marie. Good to see you, Wanda Bone. Hollywood in the house. Good to see you. I'll be talking about you in just a minute. What's going on, Dave Worthington? Yeah. So tell me, guys, how's the view? Is it blurry? It looks really crappy on my end coming through the iPad here. So I don't know. Maybe it's just my iPad. Hi, Luann. Thank you for dropping by today. Hopefully you'll be here for a minute. Oh, yes. So let's see what we can do here. I've got some things to move to the upper deck. There we go. And now I can see you better. And Dave Worthington says it's not good. It's good on Hollywood's end. Well, yeah, it's a gloomy Monday. It is, Julie. It's a very gloomy Monday today, but we had a good weekend. Hopefully you did too. Good weather weekend. Hot out there. It was hot out there this weekend. For those of you that were playing outside shows, I know it was toasty warm and the bees are in full effect and everything else. So when you're doing those outside shows, it does get to be a little bit of fun. And a whole lot of outside shows going on this weekend, for sure. Now, this week, midweek, it's not looking so good. And thank you, Mike. Yeah, something going on here. And Seven said it was brutal. It was hot. Yes, it was. Hi, Ryan Schwab from Schwab Photography. Good to have you with us. Hollywood in the house. He's hanging out from Pullman Lanes and Scott's Bar and Grill down in Hamilton. We're going to talk about them on our Friday night runarounds, all around towns. And then I've got a whole lot of stuff happening with folks who wrote in today, which we're going to use because I kind of had a little time off this weekend and took the granddaughter to the zoo and did things like that you got to do in life, and sometimes can't be everywhere. But yeah, let's talk about some things. Welcome to Hall Around Town Radio, guys. Backstage Hall Pass, your number one source for live local music, news, bands, venues, and more. We bring it to you every Monday with our weekend update. So let's talk about it. We haven't been with you since we caught up with you on Thursday's Who's Playing Out. Then Thursday evening, we took in some great stuff. Ryan's at Riverbend for Megadeth. You're going to be a soaking wet Megadeth tonight at Riverbend, it sounds like. Hopefully you're under the cover. If you're not, you're going to be wet. Hi, Glenn, checking in on the YouTube channel. Thank you for being here. Guys, if there's anybody that you took in over the weekend out there, anybody you saw playing music and you didn't write it on our post earlier today, because I'm going to read some of those, please feel free to throw it in the comments and let me know. Ryan's in the pit. There you go. So you'll be dry. That'll work. It's those folks out on the lawn that are going to be a bit wet. Did they sell it out? Maybe not. Maybe it's all under the pit or under the cover, that is. Yeah. So let's get started today, guys. I want to talk about Thursday night, first of all. Thursday, we hit the Bell and the Bear, as we always do, for our wonderful nights. And Mr. Jim Cuesta, he was playing with DV8 that night at a festival of sorts, and didn't get a chance to see him, which we dearly love Jim. Jim does a great job, and he really fills out the sound too. I mean, you can tell when he's not there with that keyboard. There's some things missing that are normally in the mix, but still, all in all, a great night. Kevin Cooper leading the show with Jamie Combs as another host there, Kathy Laverde running the list, and a whole host of others at Bell and the Bears Jam Night. Now, Heather Mattingly, she got up there and wowed us, really did a great job. I want to give her a big shout out for sure. TJ Wethington, another one. Got to see Cameron, who came in and played guitar. Hadn't seen him in a while. Some other folks just dropping by and singing and doing some great things. You know, we had there see a whole lot of folks that stop by the Bell and the Bear and play, and a whole host of folks that play in the house band. And one thing I will say, Jamie Combs, man, this guy can play anything. And you know, we did our live show from the Bell and the Bear, and he was there setting up. Got a chance for him to wave at everybody and kind of say, hey, Kathy, the same way. And I want to thank Ed Sawicki for being there and taking some photographs. I appreciate that of the live show that night. We appreciate you, Ed. And we had a great time with that live show, and Karis did a great job of co-hosting. So give her a shout out too. If you watch that show, give her a shout out, because we're going to do more of those. She's excited about it. I'm excited about it. And we just had a good time kind of playing off each other and reading the list of who's playing out, which we bring you every Thursday live at 5:00, and let you plan your weekend of music in the tri-state. And we have a whole host of folks who report in to us. If you have a band that you don't hear us mention, please make sure you get them sent my way, and we'll get them added to the list. We'd love to have them with us. And Dave Worthington, she's a far cry prettier than me. She's purty. Yes, it was somebody called it Beauty and the Beast. I don't even know if I go that far, but it's nice sitting next to Farrah Fawcett and doing your show. Karis is a wonderful lady. She does a great job with Bell and the Bear. I do want to give Lori Shrivener a big birthday shout out from yesterday. And, you know, I didn't get a chance to make her birthday party at the Bell yesterday. We already had a previous engagement with a little 2-year-old who we were taking to the zoo and all that for the day. But thank you, Lori, for the invite, and certainly great times at the Bell and the Bear always on Thursday nights and anytime you want to stop in there. And Kevin Cooper and Jim Cuesta jumped in and played music yesterday for Chelsea Calloway to sing there. So it sounded like a wonderful party. And Thursday night was still the same rockin' place. It was a good time. So Ed, I just mentioned you a minute ago. Thanks for popping in here. Certainly want to say hi to Ed, and thanks for the photos that you took there on Thursday and hanging out with us for the live show. We appreciate you. Ed, we got to have you on a show sometime and talk about all your picture taking escapades, man. That's another angle we'd like to have. And Ryan Schwab, if you're still out there, we'd love to have you with us as well. And John Clare, you know, he's going to be on with us at times too. So love to have you guys come in and talk and be on the show and kind of give your perspective on what you try to shoot when you go out and do these live music venues and that. And yes, Kara says not only is Karis funny, but she rescues dogs and she's pretty. Hello, Wendy Church. Thank you for stopping by the program today. Appreciate you being here. And lots of good things going on in music this weekend. One of the things we got to do on Friday, I did miss Daniel Laverde's appearance with Jeff Tate at the Blue Note. I understand, though, from the photos and the folks I talked to, it was a stellar show. And really everybody and their brother was there to support Daniel. So good. I'm glad to hear that. And we're glad for him that he is touring with Jeff Tate. He's playing in Columbus tonight. I know Mom Kathy is on the way up there, or if she's not already up there, she's there hanging out with him and going to watch another show with Jeff Tate, former lead singer of Queensryche, and Daniel, normally the house band drummer at the Bell, but he's been gone for a bit on tour. So, you know, David Parks is in there doing a great job. Lots of great people playing the Bell and the Bear. Get a chance to stop out on Thursday night. Come on down. Let me know early. You can come down and sit with us and enjoy the evening. And we'd love to have you join us and let you get a perspective of the Cincinnati music scene a little bit. It's a lot of fun. Gary, thank you for that. Saw the Eagles project and all that. So thank you so much. And if you did see somebody play over the weekend, guys, and you didn't get it in our comments earlier on the post that we made, please post it in the comments here on a Monday. Man, it's a gloomy Monday, isn't it? And we're numbers are down today, so don't forget to hit the little share button at the end, if you will. And we'd love to have you. Some Mondays are really big, and some Mondays are just blah. But everybody's trying to get home right now in the nasty traffic. It was backed up. I barely made it in here to do the show today, getting home from where I was earlier. So it's the highways and byways are no fun. Glenn, who'd you see this weekend? If you're out there on YouTube, throw it in the comments on the YouTube channel. Jill Drew's in the house. Jill's on the Book of Face. Somebody tell me who you guys went to see. I didn't hear anything from you. And I'm going to talk about my Friday night. Now, first of all, I want to talk about the venue. And you know what, Jamie Combs? I'd like to have your work. I would. No, Jamie Combs, great guy. And, as I said, the show was just a little bit on Thursday, and he does host the jam there along with Jim Cuesta and Kevin Cooper. So get a chance, check him out. He plays there in a residency every Tuesday. David Thornton in the house. How you doing, David? Hope your poison ivy is better, my friend. That looked wicked. It did. I don't know what you got into, but it attacked you. It did. All right. Scott's Bar and Grill and Pullman Lanes in Hamilton. Let's talk about that for a minute. Now, our friend Hollywood is general manager there and does an incredible job of running the place and promoting the bands and doing all those kind of things. And I want to talk about Pullman Lanes before I talk about who played on Friday, because first of all, I understand, and I wasn't in it for years. Maybe it was a venue way back when, and it was kind of run down and all that. They have turned it into this beautiful place. It's got an inside stage. I think they have 12 bowling lanes now, and the rest is a big stage. It's they've had that for quite a while, and also an outside venue that's just amazing. The outside concert venue is a beautiful stage. It's a nice outdoor environment. I'm going to throw your comment up there, Ed, and let everybody see who you got to see over the weekend. But first of all, we walked in the place and I was wowed by the cleanliness. Now, y'all know, sometimes you go to bowling alleys, they don't have the money, they don't have the upkeep budget and those kind of things. This place looked remarkable. The carpet was beautiful. The restrooms were some of the cleanest restrooms I've ever seen, especially in a bowling alley environment. And they had a class reunion going on, which was full of people in the bar area inside. Then we ventured out to the outside where Mr. Hollywood was kind enough to have us a table front and center there to watch Gerhard Albinus and his band. And we had that set up with him, and we appreciate that very much for your support, Hollywood. But I was wowed by the venue, first of all. The inside looks like a great place in the winter to see music. And I know they've got some upcoming shows. They've got a Halloween show there with Don't Tell Steve that you're all going to want to take in. But this place is clean. It's nice. The food was, and you think, what do you think about when you think about bowling alley food? Now, come on, you get a little paper tray full of chips with some cheese on it, or you get, you get something that's just, it's maybe some fried cheese, maybe some fried mushrooms, those kind of things. That's about it. They had a pretty extensive menu, and all the things that everybody in our party tried, everybody loved it. And right down to a cheese tray that was remarkably done and just really, really cool. So lots of fun there at Pullman Lanes. And, again, go try it. The beer's cold. The food is nice and good. And the music was pumping outside, and Gerhard and Albinus. I want to say it right. I always mispronounce it. Carrie, how you doing? It was good hanging with you on Thursday night down at the Bell. Hi, Dale Robinson. Thank you for dropping in today. But I want to talk about Gerhard's band because he's made an addition to the band. First of all, if you've seen him before, what this is, and this is not a gimmick, okay? Everybody thinks, oh, this is a cheesy little gimmick or something. No, he plays the accordion, yes, but he creates this incredible vibe with this accordion, but it's a hard rock kind of party band. They play a lot of fun music, and they play some of the stuff that you would expect somebody that's playing on an accordion to play. I mean, he does a great rendition of 99 Luft Balloons. And, but then you get into the rock and AC/DC and Kiss and all that with this band that is made up of some incredible players. Now, it's a four-piece group. It provides, an engaging show. He's always engaging with the audience and playing this music that is, oh, look who just joined us here. Gerhard's in the house. Thank you. And thank you for having me that night. It was great. And I'm glad I could report on you guys and get some folks to come see you hopefully soon and get you out there to the masses and hopefully have some more people coming out. Dale says Gerhard slams the accordion. Yes, he does. But the rest of the band, I will say, first of all, Eric Patton playing the drums and doing, she did an Eminem song that was just great. And Aaron Northcutt plays a wicked guitar. And then he's added Ty Holiday. And I've mentioned Ty on the show before, but Gerhard, no offense, but I could look at her play bass all night. And I'm not trying to be creepy and talk about her looks because she's a pretty girl. She's up there playing great stuff, but Ty plays bass better than most people I've seen. And it's just amazing to watch her connection playing the bass. What comes through her fingers into that bass and comes out of that amplifier is amazing. And there are some songs it sounds like she's playing triple notes on in between. I mean, she's just all over the place with that and dancing around and having a great time. So Ty is a great addition to your band there, Gerhard. And I think everybody that sees you will say that everybody was wowed by her for sure. Music that comes in that you wouldn't expect, because the first time I saw Gerhard, it was at the Bell and the Bear, and he walks up with an accordion. I'm like, okay, what is happening here? And then he starts playing, and I'm like, okay, that is cool. And Hollywood says Seven Nation Army, Ty Rock. Yeah, that was one she did that was just fantastic. And she's got a voice too. She's got a killer voice. So I look forward to seeing more out of them. And if you haven't looked them up, like their page. It is Gerhard Albinus Band. Okay. And check them out on Facebook, like their page, if you will, and follow where they're going and what they're doing. And we've seen Ty at the Bell and the Bear, and she's played, and she's going to play in the October 3rd event there for the women's event at the Bell that you guys all want to be at. It's a big fundraiser that's going on. How you doing, sweet sister Mercy in the house? You guys are becoming the house opener. I see you're opening another show there. That's killer. Love it. So, hats off. Thank you for the hospitality, Hollywood, and Scott's Bar and Grill, Pullman Lanes, located at 954 Pyramid Hill Boulevard in Hamilton. And it's an easy trip to get there. And like I said, you won't be disappointed. Amazingly clean, amazingly nice staff. The staff couldn't have been any nicer, I will say that. Right down to the kid who was handing food out at the counter to people when their order was ready. And I mean, we walked by him on the way out carrying a bucket of beer out to the outside venue. And he says, hope you have a great evening. And, you don't see that out of a lot of young people today. And somebody's teaching them right at Pullman Lanes. And I think I know who it is, but somebody's teaching them all right. The ladies that were running the bar, they were busy. They had that class reunion going. They were slammed, but yet absolutely happy to be doing what they were doing, taking care of their customers. So hats off to the place. I'm going to be back for sure. And we're going to enjoy some more shows down there. And we're going to follow Gerhard around too, because I love watching him play. And if you want to catch his solo show, I know he's been at the Hofbrau House, places like that. You can follow him and you'll see where that is also on the Gerhard Albinus Band page. That is ALBINUS. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much. And there's Gerhard chiming in right now. We appreciate you very much. And we'll catch you again real soon. Had a little sound hiccup that night I was going to mention. And guys, one thing I really enjoyed, the sound problem, and when you use these new boards, these, as they're called, digital soundboard devices, they have a mind of their own sometimes. They're like a computer, and they have to be rebooted, and they have to be reset, and things happen, and somehow something went awry, and it took a few minutes to get it back up and running, but they got it back up and running. One thing I admired is Gerhard had a backup analog board in his car, so he could easily bring it in and set up if something failed. And of course, it did right in the middle of their performance. But one thing I really admired as well was the crowd that was there to hear music didn't get uptight about it. Most of them know music, they love music, and they were just like, okay, it'll get fixed. And it did. And they came back out with a vengeance and played the rest of the night out, and really had a great time there. Really good crowd out on the sand in the outside area. There's volleyball out there. There's cornhole inside. There's a golf simulator. There's all kinds of stuff there. So really cool stuff at Pullman Lanes, guys, if you get a chance to check it out. Now, I did take Saturday night off. I will tell you, Sunday I spent at the zoo with my granddaughter down in Cincinnati, which was a great time as well. But I do want to check in here and talk about, if I can real quick, want to talk about all you people who wrote in, because we had a ton of you write into the show today. Over 60 people wrote in. So I'm going to just grab some of them here. You can see them on our page. But a lot of people mentioned going out and seeing. If there's a band you went to see this weekend, put it in the comments, guys, right now, if you will. A lot of people saw Doug Hart and Eric Girardi at the Celebrity Blues Jam at Hanks in Dayton. That sounds like it was a good one. Lee Reed checking in from DV8's production team. He said Tuesday Hall of Fame induction at Tower Park for his mama and many others was fantastic. He did Thursday's Dreamboat Annie at Oktoberfest. Friday, DV8 at the St. Columban Fest in Loveland, and then Saturday, DV8 Oktoberfest on the Braxton stage, packed to the gills. He said, outstanding evening. So good stuff there. Had Billy Michaels check in, said Controversy for breakfast. Got to see them play. Had a whole other bunch there. Dead and Company at Wrigley in Chicago, Jeremiah Collier got to see. Eddie Reardon saw the Clobberheads, DV8, Final Order, 3-Day Rule. Wow. Gee, your band smells terrific. And Doghouse Band, let's see what else. Tons of stuff at Oktoberfest. So people really were rolling some good comments in today as we asked for who'd you go see. Chrissy Womack saw Amy Newhart at Hidden Valley Orchard, and then 9/8 Central Mr. Burroughs on Saturday. And let's see what else is rolling there. Oh, a bunch of people going to Megadeth tonight. They're commenting on that. Eagles Project seemed to wow everybody. Then H&R Rocks at the Naughty Pine was a good one, I hear, from a lot of folks. And Quentin said he saw that ladder again. Damn ladder. Yep. Well, you better see him. You play in the darn thing. She Friday night. She didn't go. That's not good. I hate that you missed that one. What's going on, Billy Sutherland? Thank you for being here. And Billy's playing this weekend. We're going to mention him in our Who's Playing Out segment on Thursday. And John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt took in the Weekend Effect in Spongeworthy at Hairborn on Saturday. Did you play that? You guys didn't play that, did you? You were just hanging out there probably. What's going on, Brian Scott of the Brian Scott Project and Saints Among Us? Good to have you with us. Thanks for dropping by. So, yeah, we had a bunch, and I can't read all 60 of them, but you can see them on our page. Audio Graffiti posted a picture that from where they played at Oktoberfest. I bet you there was 200,000 people in the background. I mean, it goes forever. And that's cool for them. Locking Up Otis, Josie got to see. I'm just mentioning a few of them. See Tori Faith at the Parlor on 7th. Kara saw Kevin McCoy and Circus Ricky at Froggy's, and then some DV8. Walking into the car, saw DV8 and listened to a few songs. There we go, from the Icon. Awesome. Oh, the Interns at Brink and Primus at River Bend. Okay, coming in from Kelly. Thank you, Kelly, for that. And Hollywood wrote Gerhard Albinus and Lady Joya you got to see over the weekend. Good stuff there. And she recognized the biceps of the guitarist of DV8. That is none other than Phil Gatto. Yes. Phil and his guns. Gun show. Yeah. I want to say John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. You have got to tell me about this midnight to 2 thing. I got to figure out what that was all about. I did that in the show, and I was like, "What the hell is that about?" That's interesting. Midnight to 2. That's an unusual band time, unless you were playing some sort of benefit and you were the last band or something. But Jim Kilroy saw Kevin Cooper running the open mic at Foley's last night. And guys, we have so many great venues that bring music in the area where I am here. I mean, we've got just it within 3 miles of each other. There's Mr. Burroughs Tavern, there's Crooked Handle, there's Heather's, there's the Barrel. I mean, you can go down the list. There's a ton of people bringing you live music, and then you hit the Cincinnati market, and there's so many more. And if there's a venue you like, please throw it in the comments. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. And young crowd doesn't show up until late. That's the way they used to do it at Flanagan's. I know they did, Jeff. So yeah, that's interesting. Connie got to see Kevin McCoy at Miami Valley Gaming. I did see a video from there of them doing the dance. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. I had a chance to watch that today. Really good stuff. Monique, good to meet you. We have to connect to get you on the show and talk about your event as well. We need to do that this week and at least get it solidified if we can. Oh, let me see if there's any other highlights here as we roll off. I'm just looking at the comments that rolled in today. Drive was at Mutt's Brewery. H&R Rock, Christina Sue saw at the Naughty Pine. She's trying her best to get me to come see them. Someday I will soon, I promise. Just got to find some time in the life here. Papa Woody was at Fairfield Pub. Tony Riley got to see them. Wendy Church wrote in, said 9/8 Central Friday at Burroughs and the band that killed Elvis at the Barrel Saturday. There you go. Oh, Sweet Sister Mercy. Brandy should throw in a shameless plug in here for Sweet Sister Mercy. Flatline and our own Daniel Laverde with Jeff Tate. She said, great show by all three. And Dale Robinson, man, he checked in on the right end and he wrote a novel here. Heath Bowling and Sepia Heyday Thursday at Fairfield Pub. Terry Metcalf and Brian Scott. Crowbar on Friday early. Heath Bowling, Sepia Heyday, and Brian Scott at the Hot Spot later. And then last but not least, Signs of Life, Pink Floyd tribute band at River's Edge down in Hamilton on the River. That's a beautiful venue. That's a good time. And Kara saying Froggies has great wings. And a band Circus Ricky that reminded me of Social Distortion. There you go. Thank you. Christopher Salyer said he played 3 gigs in 2 days. Where were they, Chris? Tell us where they were, man. Yes. Had a lot of DV8s, a lot of arena rock shows. People saw them at Oktoberfest, and then Saturday at Hairborn and Fairborn. Clint Black and Mason. A lot of people saw Adam and Ben at Taste of Wine in Miamisburg. So there you have what a lot of people took in over the weekend. And I just want to say before we go today, thank you to everybody who's continuing to support live local music and get out and support the venues that bring it to you. It's so important. There are still many of them reeling from how big a destruction last year was on their bottom line. And it's really a cool thing to see everybody out and supporting. The concerts I've been to have been full of folks. Everybody seems to be doing a great job. And, just like being out Friday night, like I said, there at Pullman Lanes and the outside venue, sitting outside, meeting new friends, just like Monique and the folks that were there. They were all music lovers. And that's cool to see. And let's continue to do that and get out and support all these places that bring us live local music. A couple things going on this week for us. You can remember our trivia indoors that I host on Tuesday night at Mr. Burroughs Tavern will be inside. The patio will be open if it's certainly not raining. Wednesday looks like it's going to be a big wash all day, so get your reservations in early to be under the tents at Heather's. We can seat about 200 people under the tents, and that's what we've been averaging here the last few weeks. So please don't be shy and come on out. Get your points as you do each week, and play Name That Tune with us on Wednesday at Heather's. It's a great time. And don't forget also, Name That Tune's going to be bouncing around after the Heather's season is over. When it gets too cold to do it out on the patio, we'll be bringing it to you at the Bell and the Bear and some other locations. So keep your ears peeled for that. If you haven't joined our trivia page, you can do so at Hall Around Town Trivia on Facebook. And it's a private members only page where you get free points every week and clues for what the rounds are and a lot of fun stuff we post on pictures of this weekend at Points and the Gerhard Albinus Band. We'll have the pictures up of that here this evening on our Facebook page as well. Can't thank you enough for being here, guys. Hope you had a great time with us today. All Around Town Radio is going to be bringing you a couple things new to programming here, along with our Wednesday with the Band. We're going to be talking to venue owners as well. And those venue owners, we're going to be bringing you in our venue visits again this season. So be ready for that as we go into the winter season, and we can bring you the venue owners and talk about their places. So if you're a venue and you want us to come to a live show from your place, we'd be glad to, just like we did at Bell and the Bear last week, and bring you into the fold here a little bit. So thank you so much for being here today, guys. Hope you had a great time with us. We had a great time with you here at All Around Town Radio. We'll be back tomorrow with Top 5 Tuesday. That's coming your way. I think that'll be coming your way about what time? 5 o'clock. Top 5 Tuesday at 5. That'll be happening tomorrow. And also Wednesday with the Band. We'll see you all then. Thursday, who's playing out? We do it all week long. Thanks for watching. Adios, everybody. Have a great night. Thank you, Gerhard.